What's up, everybody? It's 8-Bit Eric, and today I'm going to review this thingamajigger. Now, what is this, you ask? Ha! I'll go ahead and tell you, fuckfaces. This is a Yobo FC Console, and it plays NES games. Has 2 controller ports compatible with NES controllers, power and reset button, and most importantly, it's a top loader. Now, as you can see, compared to its actual official counterpart, the Yobo FC Console is very small. Look at that. It's almost less than half the size of the actual NES, yet it plays the same video games. Now, the FC Console did come with its own special controller, and it's a little bit like a Super Nintendo or a dog bone controller. It has turbo buttons, and it has a regular B and A button, select start, and a slow motion option. It's not a bad controller. It's pretty lightweight. It's basic. It really doesn't feel like an NES controller though when you're playing with it, which is the major difference. Now, anybody that's anybody knows what this thing is. This is a Nintendo controller. It's classic. Just, you can go anywhere in the world and anybody would know what this is. B and A buttons perfectly placed for games such as Super Mario Brothers and other classics. You can play this whole library right here on this controller right here comfortably. As you can see, the 2 controllers are very different from each other. However, they're both able to be used on either system. NES controller is a little bit bigger than the Yobo FC Console controller. The FC Console controller does come with the extra features that I mentioned. However, I still prefer the NES controller just because it's vintage, it's classic, it's what I grew up with. So there we go, we're all plugged up. AV cables in the back, AC adapter, very simple setup. We're gonna go ahead and test this bad boy out with the classic Super Mario Brothers game. Fits in snug, and check this out. It's a blue LED light when you start it up. Alright, so we're gonna test this bad boy out. Super Mario Brothers classic action. Let's see what the difference is with the FC Console. So as you can see, the buttons kind of suck. It doesn't feel like a regular Nintendo controller.
Slight sound and color differences. The FC Console is a perfect replica of the NES. The main problem I have with Super Mario Brothers is the button placement, as I mentioned.
It's hard to run and hold the B button and jump. I mean, it's not hard, it's not as comfortable.
But the gameplay remains unaltered and it works perfectly. Look at this. I'm zipping through the stage like I'm playing a regular NES console and controller. There's nothing to it. As you can see, it's working beautifully.
So I'm going to try classic Mega Man 3 next on this console, so let's check it out. This game is fucking hard. I don't care what you say, every Mega Man game is classic, but it's hard as fuck. Music works though. Sounds a little bit different than the NES.
As I mentioned, the sound's not a big issue. I guess it's just me nitpicking, or maybe it's just...
Fuck. I fucking died already. Now it's time to test it with the coup de grace of bootleg Nintendo consoles. Dracula's Curse. Let's see if this works. We're popping in Dracula's Curse. Awesome game. Awesome cover art. Look at that. Fucking detail from hell. Literally. Let's check it out. And waiting. And waiting. It's all fucking glitched out. .com. Shameless plug. But anyways, as you can see, this ain't gonna work. This is fucking horrible. Castlevania does not work on the FC console. I'm sorry, guys. Everything else, though, for the most part, works fantastic. Zapper plugs in. Everything else works perfect. But this is the one downside, so... Oh well, it's a top loader, though, right? What else could be wrong about it? Let's be honest, guys. This ain't no top loader. I'm a freaking failure. I have Yobo FC Console. I have a Famicom. I have an Odyssey 2. I have a VIC-20. I have two NESs, a Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, GameCube, Wii, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Atari 2600. There's one thing that I'm missing.
Well, Shady J undercut me on a top loader at Bussy's Flea Market.
So what do you ask for your top loader? It's $60. That's the original dog bone controller, all your hookups. You take $50. Get it for 55.
Can you get it for fuck you?
Eric did not like that at all. Will you go 55? Maybe in the middle, 55 for the set. Alright, deal.
Oh, you bastard.
Deal on
That's a
that.
good deal. Jade whips out the money,
All right.
and I'm like, oh, that mother...
Eric said I undercut him. I mean, we're both sitting there with our thumbs up our butts talking about, oh, maybe I need to get it, maybe I need to get it. I spoke first.
I think Eric was a little hesitant. I think he was kind of teetering whether or not he wanted to spend the money in the first place.
You're officially my YouTube enemy now.
Finders keepers. Eric's a weeper. Caught you slipping, bitch. 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 Caught you slipping.